Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Crystal. If you're new here, I share everything from beauty and product reviews, travel vlogs, and a little bit of my lifestyle through weekly vlogs as well. So welcome. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite go-to skincare brands, Paula's Choice. I'll be talking about all the products that I've tried from the brand, including some of the more recent launches. As always, I like to keep things pretty concise and straight to the point, so if you have any specific questions on any of the products mentioned, please comment down below and I'll answer them there. As I walk through each of the products that I've tried, I'm also gonna mark it with an O or an X to identify if I would consider trying them again and if I enjoyed it or if I did not. Let's get started. The first one is the Omega Plus Complex Cleansing Balm. I remember when they first launched this, I thought, genius. Cleansing balms typically come in like a pot or like a jar. It's usually round. But the fact that this was in a tube, this was a game changer. And so many people commented about this when they first came out with this. I still think it's genius. I don't know any other brands that have cleansing balms in tubes like this. It's a pretty unique product in my opinion. It also removes waterproof makeup very effectively and has barrier repairing complex of fatty acids plus omega-rich jojoba oil and metafoam seed oil. It's also fragrance free, so recommend. Oops, recommend. The next one, also from the same family, you can see that they have very similar packaging. It's the same color. I mean, a lot of skincare brands do this, but I feel like the families are very like distinct. So I love that. But anyways, from the same family is the Omega Plus Complex Serum with chia and flaxseed. The serum is an award-winning serum, but unfortunately, it didn't really work well for my skin. I know it contains omega-3, 6, and 9 to really help replenish dehydrated skin, and ceramides to target improving firmness, locking in hydration, calm sensitivity, and restore the moisture barrier. So it sounds great, and I know that it would be great for some people. For me, the main reason why I felt like this did not work is because I noticed immense pilling. No matter how much of a light layer I use, I always notice pilling. So if I used it during the daytime, my entire routine just had to be done all over again. So there's that. And next, moving on to the new family, it's the Calm line. I don't know why I did that. The Calm line is Paula's Choice's newest addition, and I've absolutely enjoyed so many of the products from the line, specifically the Ultra Gentle Cleanser. This one may be familiar if you've watched my Best of 22 beauty video because I definitely included this one. I've been testing it for a couple of months now and I'm still using it and I still have a very generous amount. As far as the value, I thought very great. This one has 6.7 fluid ounce. But it does last you a very long time. I love the texture and it really is a very gentle gel cleanser for all skin types. I love using it in the morning and also at night to remove my waterproof makeup. And after I use it, I just feel like my skin is so much more soft and hydrated. You can actually feel it when you touch your own skin. So I strongly recommend this one. Next in line from the same family, as I mentioned, is the Repairing Serum. This one has been a big hit. The serum combines skin replenishing and anti-aging ingredients like beta-glucan, antioxidants, and ceramides. Honestly, great ingredients. The pump actually doesn't release much of the serum, so I naturally have this tendency to pump at least twice, but in reality, one pump is enough. It goes all over the face so easily. If you do two, even better. It spreads very easily and I just love how moisturizing and hydrating it makes my skin feel and look. I definitely use this every other day when I incorporate retinol in my skincare routine, or if my skin is a little bit more on the sensitive side because I'm on my period, I use this every day and this is the only serum that I use. If I had to pick one product from the Calm line that did not work well for me, it would be this one, the Rescue and Repair Intensive Moisturizer. I personally have combination skin and it just did not It was just not hydrating enough for me because one layer was just not enough for me. If I go ahead and add additional layers, I just noticed pilling. So I think it's a gentle moisturizer that may really work better for super oily skin, but unfortunately it didn't really work well for me. And it's really supposed to be better for dry and sensitive skin. But I can't imagine using it on dry skin because I have combination skin and it's already so dry for me. So I don't know. If you've tried this and it's really worked well for you, please let me know. And the last product from the Calm line is the 1% BHA Sensitive Skin Exfoliant. So this skin exfoliant is 1%, which is less than the 2% BHA exfoliant, the cult favorite product. I will be talking about that later in this video. So the 1% means that it's definitely more gentle. So I think this is great for newbie exfolianters. Exfoliant newbies, let's just keep it at that. So I think that's why it's also in the Calm line, because the entire line is designed for sensitive skin and for really gentle products. It also is in a moisturizer form, which makes it really easy to apply and incorporate into your skincare routine. Exfoliants also have the tendency to dry out your skin a bit. Because this one is in a moisturizer form, it's just very hydrating, and it really just feels like you're applying a moisturizer, a very weightless, light gel moisturizer. If you have sensitive or acne-prone skin, I would recommend incorporating this one into your routine, especially if you're new to exfoliants. All right, moving on to a new family, purple, my favorite color. It's the Niacinamide 20% treatment and discoloration repair serum. These two products are both from the clinical line of Paula's Choice, and I'm giving both products O's because I've seen dramatic improvement in my pores and discoloration from both of these products. First, the niacinamide treatment. This one contains a very high concentration of niacinamide to help prevent your pores from stretching. I would say this one is more similar to the boosters, which I will talk about also later in this video, but I use this twice a day, every single day, and I definitely saw results. Next, the discoloration repair serum. This one is an award-winning serum, as it should be, because I've definitely seen results and have seen a dramatic improvement in my skin. Not only does it target existing dark spots, but it also helps prevent future ones from forming. Anything from dark spots, discoloration, hyperpigmentation, blemishes. Initially, the team recommends using this serum 3 times a week when you start off, but eventually you want to increase it to twice a day to really see a dramatic result. Big difference with both of these, but they're also ones that require consistency, so you really have to be patient and consistent. You can't just expect this to be like a magic potion to get rid of your hyperpigmentation overnight. I mean, that would be great. As with all skincare products, just be consistent with using these and you will see results. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think I really saw results until about 4 weeks after, so keep that in mind. Next, we have the famous cult favorite 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. This is one of my holy grail products that I've used for, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years, and I've gone through countless bottles. I just finished one recently, so here's a brand new one. Like, I didn't even take off the sticker that you can see. If you haven't tried it yet, I'm not sure why you haven't. It's an exfoliant in a liquid form that you can really use kind of like a toner. I love using this right after I cleanse and right before using a hydrating essence and a serum and continuing my skincare routine. But my tip here is that after I do that initial swiping, I leave it on my target area where I have a lot of blackheads or whiteheads because that's the main concern. The whole concept here is that this exfoliant is supposed to like melt away the blackheads. So anywhere that you really are concerned with, congested pores on the forehead, nose, and the chin is really the T-zone for me. I kind of leave the cotton pad on there and I just leave it on there. Just brush my teeth, like walk around. Just let it sit for a couple of minutes and just let it sink like into my pores. It's not irritating, it's very gentle, and most importantly, very effective. So if you are really concerned about your whiteheads and blackheads, those really stubborn ones, I would give this one a try and see what happens. They also launched the same thing, but in like a lotion form, kind of like the 1% BHA exfoliant that I mentioned earlier from the Calm line. So if you have a preference and texture, I would go ahead and use that one if that's more of your thing. It's the same formula, just kind of in a different packaging and application method. Then next, this one kind of looks like an eye cream, right? It's the 25% AHA plus 2% BHA exfoliant peel. So another exfoliant product, but this one is definitely more like the ones that they typically use at spas. It's a very strong and powerful formula. So I think it's definitely for someone who has experience with exfoliants or chemical peels and acids. If your skin is more used to it, you won't have a problem using this one. But if you have not tried any exfoliants and if you're new to peels, then you definitely will notice some slight redness and tingling. The easy part about this one is that you just apply it and then you wash it off. It's easy to use, but it's very powerful and powerfully effective. And next one, we have the biggest eye cream that I've ever come across in my life. The C5 Super Boost Eye Cream. This is still relatively newer to the brand as well. And again, this is a very generous size for an eye cream because they're typically so small. They really tried to sell eye creams in very small packaging, but I was really surprised to see how big this is. This is a regular serum and this is an eye cream. Pretty big. This one has a creamy orange texture and it really feels just like a gentle light moisturizer right underneath the eye area with peptides, vitamin C, and hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to reduce dark circles, like actually clinically proven. But personally, I don't have dark circles, so I can't really speak to like the before and after results confidently as far as dark circles, but I love the texture, I love the value, I love how generous the portion is. So that's why I put this as like a triangle because it's really not an X. But I also know that each product has a target. I'm not really the right demographic for this specific product's target. I have a couple of products that I've tried before, but I don't have it with me right now. So I'll just substitute with a photo and I'll just go through each product that way. So the first one is the C5 Super Boost Moisturizer. I've been sharing this with Tommy, so that probably explains why it's missing. He probably used it all and just threw it away. That just crossed my mind. But honestly, for the moisturizer, consider everything that I just said about the eye cream, but in a moisturizer form. That's literally what it is. The packaging is almost identical, same line, except for this one. This one is more of a gel cream texture. So it's a little bit more lightweight and it targets brightening the skin tone, strengthening the skin barrier, and locking in hydration. I think this moisturizer is fine and it does what it's supposed to do, but I personally didn't find it super dramatically life-changing. And the next one is another award-winning product, the Hyaluronic Acid plus Peptide Lip Booster. This one is the only lip product that I've tried from the brand. All you have to do is just squeeze the tube and it has the metal applicator, which just glides over your lips. Like, it's so nice. I definitely used it a lot during the summer because it was so lightweight. I remember it being super nourishing. It's lightweight and very moisturizing as well for the lips. And another one is the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid with SPF 50. If you know me and you follow me on Instagram as well, I love a good sunscreen and I feel like I'm always on the search in the market to find a new sunscreen, whether to share to people around me and you guys or just to try them out for myself. I can confidently say, based on my experience, I recommended the sunscreen to a lot of my friends' husbands, and all the husbands, all the hubbies out there, they love this sunscreen. Not only is it extremely fluid and lightweight, but it has a very hydrating finish that's not super glossy and it's not super greasy or oily either. I love a good finish and I think it's great for combination and dry skin. For oily skin, depending on the season, I've definitely used it more during the summer months when it was a little hot and humid because I don't like having anything super rich and heavy on my face, so it really worked well that way. But if you have super oily skin, I can see the sunscreen working really well for you during the winter as well because it's not heavy. So next, let's talk about boosters. Paula's Choice has these boosters that you can use as treatments to add that extra like oomph to your skincare routine, if that makes sense. So when you go to get a smoothie, for example, you know how you can add like a booster, like a hydration booster, a protein booster, an energy booster? That's kind of the concept, I would say, that's very similar to the Paula's Choice boosters. There's a couple of different boosters, but I've tried two: the 10% niacinamide booster and the C15 super booster. Out of the two, I would say that the C15 super booster worked better for my skin. The niacinamide, I feel like the concentration was just not high enough. I saw better results and more dramatic results with the niacinamide treatment that I mentioned earlier, and also the discoloration repair serum that also contains niacinamide. I just noticed that with the C15, my skin just looked more brightened. And also, even like my acne scars and blemish spots, they also brightened up. So that is a bonus because I'm always trying to get rid of these scars. So there's that. And last but not least is the 5% niacinamide body serum. This one is also the only body product that I've tried from Paula's Choice. About 2 years ago, when I was shopping for my wedding dresses and I was trying on different dresses from different locations, I got this allergic reaction that really resulted in bad acne and like chest knee. Is that a word? I kept scratching it like in my sleep because it was so itchy and it was so bad. I went to see a dermatologist, but even like they couldn't help me. Unfortunately, I developed a bunch of these scars right before my wedding. So I was kind of in a rush because I had like an open back dress and it was outdoor, and I was just like, oh, this is so bad. And I tried this product around the time when I was kind of really getting desperate. It magically like came to me. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the magic that I had hoped for, so didn't work out well for me. So this one is only 5% niacinamide, and I feel like maybe with a higher concentration, it might have been more effective. It is in like a pump formula, and it really just feels like a thicker moisturizer. You just apply it. What I did was I just applied it right after I stepped out of the shower and all over my body, focusing on my back and my chest area specifically. It is very hydrating and moisturizing, but unfortunately my main concern was getting rid of those dark spots and didn't work out. But it's okay. And there you go. And that wraps up my one brand review of Paula's Choice. I hope that this video helped you get to know more about the brand Paula's Choice and the products that they offer. As always, all of the products that I mentioned are linked down below, and let me know if you have any specific questions on any of the products that I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!